The deafening screams echo inside the airplane cabin, flames erupt in a horrifying explosion, and a lone figure struggles in the shadows. Viewers are instantly plunged into an indescribable realm of fear. This is the breathtaking introduction of Final Destination 2000. In this underrated masterpiece, every frame cuts through the illusion of control over fate, and every second serves as a chilling reminder. Death is never random, but a meticulously orchestrated symphony. Today, we'll uncover the hidden symbols and codes embedded in this film and explore how director James Wong uses a supernatural lens to reflect humanity's helplessness and fatalistic beliefs. Is escaping fate a futile rebellion or the sharpest act of defiance against reality? Follow our lens as we uncover the chilling truth that time has forgotten. Creative background. During the development of Final Destination, director James Wong collaborated with writer Jeffrey Reddick to explore the unsettling theme of inevitable fate. They believe that humanity's fear of death transcends physical instinct and serves as a profound cultural metaphor representing society's anxiety toward uncertainty and chaos. This philosophical underpinning enabled them to craft a series of deaths that, while seemingly accidental, were intricately precise, each shot reinforcing the weight of destiny. From the outset, the creative team decided to break free from traditional horror tropes through a surreal narrative approach. The screenplay was rich with symbolic foreshadowing, recurring details, and highly stylized death sequences, all stemming from Reddick's deep contemplation on the delicate balance between fate and free will. However, as production reached its peak, the team faced mounting challenges, including budget constraints and tight schedules. To maintain both visual impact and artistic tension under limited resources, Wong and his cinematographer experimented with various shooting techniques and special effects, resulting in iconic sequences such as the airplane explosion, chain reaction deaths, and eerie premonition shots, scenes that continue to captivate audiences and fuel fan discussions. The casting process also underwent multiple adjustments. From initial auditions to final selections, every character was carefully crafted to embody a unique perspective on fate and death. These seemingly minor adjustments allowed the film to transcend its surface-level horror narrative and delve into a deeper reflection on life's unpredictability and the futility of resisting fate. This layered background not only gave Final Destination its unique narrative tension, but also turned it into a cultural phenomenon that continues to spark discourse long after its release. Cinematic language and visual symbols. The visual language in Final Destination is a testament to James Wong's mastery. The film adopts a cold, somber color palette throughout, enveloping death in an icy shroud. Each premonition scene is accompanied by high-contrast visuals, such as flickering lights and looming shadows, creating an overwhelming sense of impending doom. The use of symmetrical compositions and claustrophobic spaces reinforces the inescapability of fate. For instance, in the tense moments before the airplane's explosion, the crowded cabin and confined space evoke a sense of entrapment, making viewers feel like they, too, are imprisoned within the grip of death. The camera work is equally striking. Wong employs a blend of slow pans and rapid cuts to juxtapose the character's internal turmoil with the external threats. When Alex frantically rushes through the airplane cabin, the erratic cuts and handheld shots create a fragmented, disorienting experience, mirroring the chaos of unraveling destiny. In pivotal scenes, close-up shots of terrified expressions are often juxtaposed against blurred background omens, emphasizing the looming presence of death. Character arcs and symbolism. The character arcs in Final Destination are meticulously crafted. Alex's journey from fear and skepticism to unwavering determination mirrors a tragic, yet beautiful confrontation with destiny. Supporting characters such as Clear and Carter, though seemingly secondary, subtly reinforce the theme of cyclical fate through their nuanced performances and interactions. Their subtle shifts in expressions and body language convey an unspoken acknowledgement of fate's inescapable grasp, elevating the narrative beyond mere bloodshed to a philosophical allegory on life and inevitability. The film is also rich with symbolic imagery. Reflective surfaces, falling papers, and swaying power lines subtly allude to the omnipresence of death and fate's invisible hand. These meticulously placed visual cues allow viewers to engage not only with the surface-level horror, but also with the deeper meditation on the eternal conflict between mortality and free will. The film's narrative structure showcases remarkable precision and depth. Director James Wong does not simply follow a linear plot. Instead, he masterfully intertwines multiple storylines with non-linear flashbacks, weaving the characters' fates through carefully chosen time points. The brief prophetic vision at the film's beginning echoes the subsequent chain of death events. Each premonition not only foreshadows future tragedies, but also mirrors the character's inner anxiety and helplessness. Through this non-linear narrative, the director effectively strengthens the audience's psychological perception of the inevitability of fate, as if every detail is silently orchestrating a meticulously arranged symphony of death. Compared to James Wong's earlier works, Final Destination demonstrates greater maturity in cinematography and pacing. While early horror films often focus solely on creating singular emotional tension, this film utilizes multi-perspective storytelling and cross-cutting techniques to present the intense atmosphere from different characters' viewpoints. This approach not only makes the pacing unpredictable and thrilling, but also imbues every death scene with surprise and suspense. Unlike the direct horror effects commonly found in the director's other works, this film places more emphasis on foreshadowing and subtle visual cues, allowing it to evoke emotional resonance and provoke philosophical reflection beyond visual shock. Scholars and critics have debated the film extensively. Some argue that the seemingly chaotic sequence of deaths actually implies a profound metaphor about the cyclical nature of human fate, offering an alternative interpretation of determinism. On the other hand, some scholars criticize the film for relying too heavily on visual impact and coincidental setups, neglecting deeper exploration of the characters' inner worlds, which renders certain scenes overly dramatic and lacking realism. This divergence of opinions has elevated Final Destination beyond a mere horror film, making it a significant case study in modern cinematic narrative techniques and cultural symbolism. Upon analyzing the narrative structure, cinematography, and editing rhythm, it becomes evident that the director infused the film with extensive psychological considerations and artistic techniques. Each plot twist and sudden death scene is not merely designed to induce shock, but intentionally conveys a profound skepticism about the transience of life and the orchestration of fate. This narrative approach, combining artistic innovation with philosophical depth, is precisely why Final Destination remains widely discussed and analyzed years after its release. Final Destination is not just a horror thriller, it's a mirror reflecting society's deep-seated anxieties about fate, death, and free will. The meticulously designed death sequences, skillfully deployed visual symbols, and recurring premonitions all hint at stark reality. In a seemingly orderly and technologically advanced society, people are still powerless to escape the grip of fate. Just like the inevitable force of death depicted in the film, it symbolizes the omnipresent and uncontrollable risks in real life, whether natural disasters, unexpected accidents, or the uncertainties of a globalized world, all of which constantly remind us of life's fragility. In an era of rapid economic growth and intense competition, modern individuals often feel enveloped by a sense of fatalism. No matter how hard they strive, fate seems to intervene in an invisible and ruthless manner. Through a carefully crafted sequence of death events, the film conveys the unsettling truth that even after narrowly escaping disaster, fate will eventually manifest itself in another form. This narrative technique undoubtedly resonates with audiences, touching on their deep-seated fears and helplessness in the face of an unpredictable future. Moreover, the film's portrayal of survivors' guilt has struck a chord with many viewers. Those who narrowly escape disaster often carry a heavy psychological burden, questioning whether they truly deserve to survive. This sense of guilt is not only reflected on an individual level, but also echoes broader societal reflections on resource allocation and justice. Through its unique narrative and visual language, Final Destination not only delivers an adrenaline-pumping experience, but also prompts reflection on the various uncertainties of contemporary society. It reminds us that in a world filled with unpredictable changes, every individual may unknowingly be caught in a struggle with fate. Perhaps the only thing we can do is confront this inevitable truth and seek meaning within the limited time we have. As the film's haunting line suggests, you can never cheat death. Behind this chilling sequence of deaths lies an unrelenting inquiry into the essence of life. If Alex's premonitions are merely the tip of the iceberg, what kind of future would unfold if the survivors chose to accept fate rather than resist it? This film not only redefines our perception of horror, but also challenges our fundamental understanding of free will and determinism. Leave your favorite emoji in the comments to express how Final Destination made you feel. Was it shock, fear, or a profound reflection on life's fragility? Every response you share is a powerful annotation to this symbolic masterpiece.